Hey, what's up guys? It's LeMar DeVente back with another Beyblade Burst news video, and there's so much to talk about. Really excited about this, so we're going to start with the new random booster. The prize Beyblade of Random Booster Volume 16 is Flare Dragon Around Planet Sen. This is really interesting as this is the second time, and also being the second time in Gachi specifically, that the prize Beyblade is not exactly new as it retains a beast that has already been released. Previously it was Valkyrie, and now we get Dragon again. Looking at the other bays, there is actually a second prize Beyblade, being Gaia Dragoon S Around Hunter Dash. Now, I think they did a good job with the parts, and I'll explain that when we go into the CoroCoro scans, but I'm just very happy to see a Bakutenshu Beyblade remake once more. The other bays we've seen before, except for the Geist Fafnir actually, as for the first time there is a more widespread release recolor of it, which we haven't seen before since most of them have been CoroCoro prizes. Decent competitive random booster as there is Revive Phoenix, the 00 disc, 7 disc, the Bump Frame, Excel Dash, and the Hunter Dash drivers, but that is about all for competitiveness and it's not the best in that aspect. Looking at the CoroCoro scans from Sunbay, so thank you to them, we know a bit more about the gimmicks and it's very similar to what the Zeus line went for. The Gachi layer base for this flare has 6 metal balls, 3 on each side, and they're able to move around on the given space, similar to the Zillion Zeus layer. Now, the around disc has the plastic ring around it, which is housing 4 metal balls, all in equal distance away from each other. And this is actually very similar to the Gaia Dragoon S base, which had the ability to hold metal balls in it, which is one reason why I really like that they used it for this remake, as it's incredibly accurate. Taking a better look at the prize bays, I want to mention something about Gaia Dragoon S that's been mentioned on the World Beyblade Organization forums. And it's that the texture of the bit chip in the center looks like metal that was painted over. And it is true, it'd be hard to get that texture without it actually being metal that was painted. So this could have more weight to it and making it one of the heavier Bakutenshu Beyblade Burst remakes. Though I don't think that's going to make it very competitive, as it will probably be hindered by the free spinning wings, which were the sub AR on the original. Now, moving on to Random Layer Collection Volume 2 for the Gachi line, we see the new prize layer, which is Poison Hyudra Zan. Interestingly enough, this actually comes with a second layer which does contain Hyudra, which is Bushin Hyudra Retsu. The other two layers you can get are Rock Valkyrie Sen and Ace Joker 10. Now, from the CoroCoro scans from Sunday, we see that the gimmick for Poison Hyudra is that the Poison layer base actually has rubber back contact points. Very similar to Screw Trident, except that it's not around the entire layer, except just 4 specific focus contact points. Now, the full combo shown in CoroCoro is Poison Hyudra Zan Zero Proof Atomic. I'm not sure if this is the one that would be used in the anime or the manga, but that's what's given to us so far. Something interesting in the cover is that you could get the full gold turbo version of Ace Dragon. The gold dragon chip was in a recent release of CoroCoro, I believe Anarchy. The gold Zan was a part of a promotion in Japan where if you spent 2,000 yen or more on Beyblade product, you got that. Then it's going to be the same actually for the Sting disc and the Charge driver for July and August respectively, as far as I know. The hardest one to get is probably the gold Ace, as you have to be at, I think it's the G4 level, which is for middle schools and under, earn points so you can redeem them to get this. Overall, it's mostly just promotions in Japan, so harder for North Americans and everyone else around the world to get. Now, thanks to Crazy Aries on the WBO, also a really good YouTuber, he informed us about images from World Hobby Fair where they gave a sneak peek to 3 new bays. So here are 2 of them. And speculation I've actually seen on Twitter is that the one on the left is a new Gachi Trident, and the one on the right is a Gachi Excalibur. Now, in my opinion, the one on the left is much harder to define, as I believe the top and bottom contact points are similar to what they've done in the Trident line, though the overall shape is too symmetrical as it's had a more asymmetrical design, so I don't know about it, though there is that similar beast. But the one on the right is a different case where I actually do really think this would be a new Excalibur. Taking a look at the bottom contact point, it protrudes just like the swords for all the Excaliburs have, though it has the same thickness as the tip for the Buster Excalibur sword. The sides do have kind of curve inwards as they've been doing more since Siege Excalibur, And the top does have a bit of a hilt to it, just like a sword would. So really, I think just going by the shape and a bit of the design we see, especially that what looks to be a sword hilt, this could be a new Gachi Excalibur, which I would be very excited for. Now the third bait is this one right here. And at first glance, it kind of does look like Achilles, though I did see on Twitter a few people saying that it looks like Odin, including Crazy Aries himself, who provided a graphic which I feel really does outline that this could be a new Odin. Now on the left is the original graphic, and on the right is the one Crazy Aries has given us. Taking a look at the swords, they're very similar, and it's retained that red diamond as well. And that's a very significant part of this, as it's the only portion that was highlighted in that first image. Also, these stars from Obelisk Odin fit in that areas on the sides, which is another big thing about this. It's got a very similar shape. The highlighted portions line up with what we saw from Obelisk Odin, and because of that, despite missing the God series and the Chozi system, it looks like Odin could be making a return, and I'm excited to see what disc and driver it would use. And now, you guys are probably really excited for this one, and it's because this is Lord Spurgin. That's right, we're getting a new Spriggan Beyblade Burst Gachi, and it's crazy. We don't know much, but from what we do know, according to Marty, it's going to be launching in August sometime, and going by the image we have here, because of the disc and the prong placement, it seems like the layer base is left spin. So I'm not sure if it's going to be left and right spin, similar to how Diabolos pulls it off, because it can fit into left and right spin bases, given that it has one of each in its release. We'll see when more information comes out, probably in the next issue of CoroCoro. And one thing to mention is that maybe it won't be owned by Shu, actually, because Shu's voice actor is actually not returning for Beyblade Burst Gachi from what he has said on Twitter. So we'll just have to see who's going to own this in the anime instead. Really exciting stuff. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really exciting news, and let me know what you think of it down in the comments section down below. If you guys like this video, leave a like. And if you want to be updated for all my Beyblade and Bakugan content, hit the subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching, and remember to blade on.